This film did not scream for your attention. It did not flood your feed. It did not remind you every day that it existed. And yet, quietly it walked in and earned 1,350 crores. This was not luck. It was strategy. Welcome back to Marketing Uncharted, and today we are discussing one of Bollywood's most interesting case study, Dhurandhar, because it has proven to us that sometimes less marketing means more demand. Most films actually have a predictable formula. Teasers, trailers, interviews, city tours, billboard, so much and so more. But Dhurandhar followed a completely different strategy. They completely avoided overexposure, no pre-release hype, and no constant reminders. The makers of Dhurandhar understood this, and instead of creating a lot of noise, they chose some silence. And this did two things for the audiences. Number one, it removed the fatigue of over-information, and two, it created scarcity of information, which made them more curious about what the movie was going to bring for them. They focused on selective reveals, which created scarcity of information. And when people do not have the full information, they lean in furthermore to get more. The makers of Dhurandhar did not just market the film, they actually created a brand ecosystem. Did you know that over 70 brands were integrated in the movie, not in the form of ads, but as story, culture, and characters? This followed the philosophy of luxury. When something is everywhere, it is considered to be ordinary, but something that is scarce or luxurious or less available is considered to be high value. And that is what Dhurandhar did. It made itself a high value movie, and that is what the audience went expecting in, and I think it delivered. This meant that the brands got a lot of visibility. The movie was highly distributed and the audience still got a seamless experience. Let me tell you about the impact this movie has created in terms of numbers. The movie's budget was 225 crores. The worldwide collection was over 1,350 crores. That is about a 4x return on the investment. Pre-release, the movie had earned around 100 crores through brands and partnerships. So that is what the financial numbers tell us. But what is also a measurable item is the number of memes that movie has created, the story shares, the opinions that people have, and a lot of discussion going on amongst family and friends who went to watch this movie. I personally went to watch the movie, and after the movie we had a full dinner session and a debrief session about what even happened. So did you watch it yet? Now let's compare it to some other blockbusters. Jawan had an extremely hype, star-driven approach. Animal had an extremely controversy-driven approach. All of these have worked, but it also depends on how you want to position your project or your movie. And that is the kind of marketing you choose pre-hand to determine what the people perceive your movie as. So the marketing lesson from Dhurandhar is that it did not do traditional marketing. Rather, it focused on intentional marketing. What does that mean? It means that it built curiosity, it created some leverage, and trusted the audience to discover them. Because these days, the audiences do not want you to sell something to them. They want to feel that they found this gem themselves. And that is exactly what worked for Dhurandhar, and it was a very good planned strategy of intentional marketing. Dhurandhar, with its non-traditional marketing, proved that you do not need volume if you have precision. So here's our takeaway from Dhurandhar. In an attention economy, more noise may not mean more impact. Marketers should understand what not to say. And here's how we know that Dhurandhar did not win by shouting too loud. It won by staying quiet. So marketers, start paying attention to this marketing shift. And if you've liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Please subscribe to us. Thank you for watching.